Okay, the results are in for match day 7 of the league phase of this new expanded Champions League, which means next week all the positions for each team are going to be determined. It's extremely confusing to figure out what needs to happen for each team to finish where, just since there are 36 teams involved. If you're a fan of any of these teams and you're trying to figure out what does my team need to do to make it to the next round, this is the video for you. We're going to be using this great tool, which is UEFA's Results Simulator. So you can see if I make PSV beat Liverpool here, say PSV smash Liverpool 4-0, as you can see, Liverpool's points stay the same. They play 8 games. But PSV moves up into the round of 16. So we'll be doing that. We'll be going through some fun parameters, seeing how we can eliminate Man City, how we can eliminate PSG, and then see how we can make some of the underdogs like Feyenoord or Brest go all the way to the round of 16. First, let's go through some of the results of match day 7 and go over how the table currently looks. So Monaco beat Aston Villa. This was a battle of what you'd say would be two overperformers, two teams that were maybe predicted to be down in 15th, 16th, 17th kind of area, but teams that are really pushing to go straight to the round of 16. Monaco took the victory, which means that these two are level on points and just outside of the round of 16 zone. It's going to be very, very hotly contested in this area with all the teams on 13 points, as you can see right here. Atletico beat Bayer Leverkusen, and if we can go over here and look at what the table looked like on match day 4, Atletico Madrid were down in 23rd, and most people had kind of written them off, especially since they had a really tough contests coming up, like the likes of PSG and Leverkusen, but Atletico managed to overcome these teams, and they now sit in 5th, and it looks pretty certain that they are going straight to the round of 16. What can you even say about this incredible game between Benfica and Barcelona? You could say that Benfica kind of threw the game away. They were 4-1 up in something like the 80th minute. But the football gods are often on Barcelona's side. And their victory means that there is no possible way that they cannot go straight to the round of 16. The rest of this is kind of business as usual. Dortmund is in terrible form right now. It was really good for Bologna to get a win for them, but they're on 5 points. There's no way that they can make it through, unfortunately. Yeah, Shakhtar beat Brest. Leipzig got their first win, finally, against Sporting, but too little too late. Feyenoord. Let's talk about Feyenoord. They thumped Bayern Munich 3-0. Just absolutely incredible. And ever since they got that amazing 3-3 draw against Man City, they've just been on the rise. And they really are looking like they could make it to the round of 16. PSG versus Man City was the most highly anticipated tie from this match day. Both teams on the verge of being eliminated. PSG making it just all the more likely that Man City will be the one that's eliminated. But coming up, we're going to look at those parameters. And yes, there is a way to eliminate both of them. Celtic overperforming. They usually don't do too well in the Champions League. They're often kind of bottom of whatever group they're part of, but doing really well in great company, same points as the likes of Juventus, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich, so Celtic cannot complain. But now let's go through all the teams. Fans of any of these clubs, I'm going to be talking to you right now. Let's start from the bottom. So unfortunately, if you are a fan of Bologna, Sparta Praha, Leipzig, Girona, Red Star or Crvena Zvezda, Sturm Graz, Salzburg, Slovan Bratislava, or the BSC Young Boys, your team is eliminated. That's it. If you're a fan of Shakhtar, it is possible for you to go through. Let's say you thump Dortmund 3-0. And then let's say someone like Stuttgart gets destroyed by PSG. As you can see, you move up there. And you may need another few results to work in your favor, but that's really it. If you get a handy win against Dortmund, and if you really just need kind of any of Stuttgart, Sporting, Benfica to lose, and you should be golden. That actually may be a little misleading, because let's say Stuttgart lose, but then let's say Man City win, let's say Sporting win, and let's say Benfica win, you're still out. But all you need is for few of those games to work out in your favor. So let's say Juventus draws against Benfica, and then let's say Juventus beats Benfica, and then let's say Man City draws against Club Brugge, then you're through. So it is still, if you're a Shakhtar fan, it is still possible for you to go through. Next up, Dinamo Zagreb. It's pretty similar to Shakhtar. Basically, you need to get your job done. If you can do that, and then some of these results go in your favor, you're going through. It's really the same thing for the likes of Man City as well. You need to do your job, and you need to hope that some of these teams on 10 points or 11 points lose. For pretty much every team on 12 points or 13 points, there's just so many different options that it's hard to go through all of them. But if you're already in the knockout phase zone, all you need to do is take care of business. You just need to win your game, your team will be fine. If you draw or lose, there are so many different circumstances that could affect your team. I just don't have time to go through all of them. But if you're already here, you just gotta hope your team takes care of business and you'll be fine. But now let's go through some of the funniest scenarios. So first, I think pretty much every football fan can agree, unless you're a fan of PSG and Man City, I think we can all agree that it would just be hilarious to see Man City and PSG both go out in the first round. So let's make that happen. Within reason. So let's say Man City draw 0-0 with Club Brugge. You could pretty easily see that happening. And then let's say PSG lose 1-0 to Stuttgart. That's possible. Those are both possible. Now what we need to happen are we need Dinamo Zagreb to beat Milan. We need Shakhtar to beat Dortmund. And as you can see, PSG and Man City are both eliminated. That would be awesome. Now let's go through the key matchups from match day 8. First up, we have Stuttgart versus PSG. Both teams on 10 points. Pretty much whoever wins that is guaranteed to go through to the next round. Whoever loses is almost guaranteed to be eliminated, but not necessarily. If Man City, Dinamo, and Shakhtar all slip up, they'll still be fine. We also have Man City versus Club Brugge. Club Brugge, obviously the better team, 3 points ahead of Man City. All they have to do is hold on. It'll be a breeze for them. Man City needs to win if they want to make it through to that playoff place for the round of 16. Juventus versus Benfica. Again, two teams in similar situations. Juventus is good. They've definitely made it into the playoffs. But for Benfica, this is a huge game. Next, the biggest game in terms of consequence, we have Lille versus Feyenoord. Now, as you'd expect, these are two teams that are battling to go straight to the round of 16. And there is a very good chance that the winner, let's say Feyenoord wins, there's a very good chance that the winner could make it through if one of these teams in and around this area slips up. And then another huge one is Brest versus Real Madrid. If Brest managed to pull off an incredible upset here, they could be going through to the round of 16 in their first ever Champions League. As the biggest underdog that the competition has ever seen, that would be unprecedented. And if they did it against Real Madrid, the greatest team in the competition's history, that would just be one of the best footballing stories ever. I so desperately want that to happen. But in all likelihood, Real Madrid probably have it in the bag. I really hope that they don't. But if they do, it's just as big for them because they have a very good chance at also going straight to the round of 16. And then not the biggest in terms of consequence. Still big because if Atalanta go through, they've confirmed their spot in the round of 16. Both these teams are already in such a good position. Barcelona is guaranteed to go through. It won't be that crazy in terms of consequence, but in terms of the two most entertaining teams, this is the matchup to watch. To close out the video, I thought it'd be fun to give my predictions on what I think is going to happen and what the table's going to look like. Sporting against Bologna, this is kind of a non-event. I've got Bologna just to rub salt in the wound to take another win right when it doesn't matter. I've got PSV against Liverpool. Liverpool don't really even have to try, but I think this will just help them out. I think they'll win 2-0. Young Boys against Red Star. I think Red Star's got this one. Stuttgart against PSG. Now, as much as I want Stuttgart to win, I think they will. I think PSG are definitely the better team, but Stuttgart just has that something about them. And in your predictions, sometimes You got to go crazy. You got to predict the upsets, and you have to manifest what you want to happen into reality. There could be a Stuttgart player or a PSG player watching this video that gets influenced by my prediction. So I have to go with what I want here. Sturm Graz against Leipzig. Leipzig has got this one in the bag. Man City against Club Brugge. As much as I hate to see it, I think that Man City are going to draw this one 0-0. As much as I actually don't hate to see that. I would almost certainly leave Man City eliminated. Bayern Munich are going to destroy Slovan Bratislava just as kind of a revenge for what Feyenoord just did to them. Inter versus Monaco. Inter's going to pick up another solid, boring 1-0. Dortmund against Shakhtar. Dortmund are just terrible right now, but they will have that new manager bounce, so I've got them winning 4-1. Barcelona versus Atalanta. Huge game, but I'm going with Barcelona to win 3-2. Leverkusen will beat Sparta Praha. Benfica will beat Juventus. Dinamo Zagreb will do the business against AC Milan. Atletico Madrid will beat Red Bull Salzburg. Lille, I think, will beat Feyenoord. Aston Villa and Celtic will draw. Arsenal will beat Girona. And Brest will beat Real Madrid. I just want this to happen so badly. I'm making it happen. And this is what my table looks like. Straight to the round of 16, we have Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal, Inter, Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen, Lille, and Brest. In the seeded playoff places, we have Bayern Munich with a goal difference of 22 thanks to their 16-0 demolition of Slovan Bratislava. Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan, Atalanta, Aston Villa, Benfica, Monaco, and Feyenoord. In the unseeded playoff place, we have Celtic, Stuttgart, Real Madrid, Juventus, Club Brugge, PSV, Dinamo Zagreb, and PSG narrowly making it through. Then eliminated, we have Sporting, we have Man City, we have Bologna, we have Shakhtar, we have RB Leipzig, we have Crvena Zvezda, or Red Star Belgrade, we have Sparta Praha, we have Girona, we have Sturm Graz, we have Salzburg, we have Young Boys, and then we have Slovan Bratislava. That is what I think the table is going to look like. If you want to fill out this results simulator and then let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen, please let me know. I'd love to see all your picks in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to Footballers for more videos like this one.